Good morning, Lubbock and West Texas. Welcome back to the program. If you're just joining us this morning, welcome to the program on this Friday, August the 21st, 2026. 76 degrees outside right now, on our way to a really hot 102 with drought concerns increasing across the state.
It's tropical. We learned yesterday it's called tropical.
Tell the story. That's a great comment.
Yeah,
this is something Joey said at the kickoff lunch.
The Galaxy representative said, man, I'm from southern Louisiana. It's so hot here. Just hot. Kept going about hot. And so when Joey got up to speak, he's like, before I get started, I want to correct something. It's not hot. We call that tropical.
He goes, we're always telling my guys when we're out practicing 100 degrees, guys, it's just tropical.
Just tropical. So it's not hot. I told somebody that last night that we were setting up for something we're doing today, and they're like, man, it's going to be hot. And I said, no, it's going to be tropical, boys. It's going to be cool.
What's the difference? It's going to feel the same.
Yeah, it's going to feel the same. Yeah. Tropical's got a little more humidity, though.
It's true. This is true. Speaking of the Red Raiders, you have an event tonight. It's the Red Raider Meats Cook-Off. Is that the official name?
It's Red Raider Meats Cook-Off. It's an annual event. I think they're in year 15 or 16.
Yeah.
All the proceeds go to the kids at the meat lab. And,
right.
That's the original national champions is the Red Raider Meat Lab, right?
Right.
Meat judging teams, and they're so good, and they do a great job over there.
So what happens? Everybody comes in and cooks meat from that.
No, so tonight it'll be like an event. Actually, the students cook prime rib dinner.
Okay.
You buy tables like any other type of event with an auction and all the things. We have a deal tonight called the Raider Rumble, which consists of 5 teams, 4 professionals, and then us hackers cooking against them, and we present a tray of food to them and little competition. Winner takes $1,000 and comes down the road, and then we go to tomorrow like a regular old style cook-off.
A little birdie in the break told me you've been doing this for 3 years and you won 2 out of 3 so far.
That's correct. In 23 and 25, we had a little hiccup in 24, I guess.
Yeah, well, doesn't hurt when you're competing against a Longhorn and you got the.
Well, actually, he's not a Longhorn. It's funny. He's a Sun Devil.
Okay.
In 23. He obviously had the best tray of food, and at the very end of his presentation, he goes, hook 'em, and the judge happened to be Skubanick and McGuire, and they both looked at me like he's not winning.
That doesn't matter how good it is.
He's not winning.
Winning.
He's here again this time, and we talked about that yesterday. I said, you just don't do hook 'em, man. This is what you do the guns up.
Yeah, he learned the hard way.
Yep.
He had to come in first of the losers, not first like you.
That's
anyway, visiting with Robert Wood this morning. Here on the program. If you've got a question or comment, we'll take it. 806-771-0923. Backing up, and I'm going to touch on a few subjects we ask guests like you. That would be civic-minded folks that come through here. Big picture stuff. So, and you've watched Lubbock grow as a resident, a builder, a developer, active in the chamber, planning and zoning. Are we, in your opinion, are we growing healthy, and where are the red flags out there when you keep our eye on the ball?
Well, there's a lot of growth, and everybody thinks we need to be going south and southwest, and that is true. But we've kind of hit a stopping point there, hit the brakes at Woodrow Road with water and sewer infrastructure, and the city's now currently investing a lot of money to go west, which is great. Mm-hmm. I think the downtown renovation has taken a long time. It's I think, in my personal opinion, needs to be just the idea of how we're growing downtown needs to change. It needs to be inside out, not just here's downtown and put a building over here on 6th and a building over here on 16th. You know what I mean? It's like we need to figure that out. And I think we're working in that direction somewhat, and I think there's some opportunities with some state funds to help down here.
Interesting. When you say build from the inside out, what does that look like?
Well, I think you start with Broadway, and you have incentives for somebody to buy on Main Street, not clear over here on 5th Street or 6th Street where we're sitting today, right? Yeah. Because it doesn't have any volume. You've got a lot of people down here, but you don't realize it because the square is so big.
I see. I get it.
That's my opinion.
Well, and I think it feels more real than it has in the past, but I think your argument is that it's slow.
It's slow.
Well, if you drive over there today, I can't get a parking spot in front of my office.
Yeah, you can't drive over there while doing Broadway, which is great. They're helping with that. But in general, to answer your question, I think the growth of Lubbock is is finally moving a little north and west, which it needs. There's a lot of infrastructure out there that's already there. Married to a realtor, she's always like, nothing sells out there. Well, we're putting some houses out right where the expo center is supposed to go, and they're selling as fast as they can get them on the ground. They're gone. So,
Hurry up.
Yeah, hurry up. Get us some more land on the ground. So we're moving. We're putting streets in as fast as we can.
We need to make one of those public improvement districts over there so we can get that last $20 million raised.
Dude, it's just, we need that expo center bad. So
yeah, I agree. That's a conversation for another day. Without asking you to discuss, confidential stuff, you're on the planning. Are you still on planning and zoning?
I am.
Yeah, I remember when you went on there. What were some of the more controversial cases before we went to the Unified Development Code? Because that really kind of took the teeth out of it.
Well, it really didn't. Unified Development Code, I thought, would have slowed down the Planning and Zoning Commission cases, but we have just as many cases.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I think most of the controversial things that we deal with is where the big commercial stuff goes, and where does industry go, and why can't it go here and why can't it go there? Right. Usually those are our main topics of discussion when we have a lot of people speaking on the open mic. You were in on the decision to recommend to council this 700-bed walkable student housing project over here in South Overton that created some, obviously, organized opposition with the neighborhood. But would you vote for one of those, or was it case by case? Would you vote for one anywhere? I think it's case by case. I do. I think you have to consider how close to campus that is. The student housing is needed. I think yesterday at the same luncheon we were talking about a minute ago, they announced we're at 44,000 kids at Texas Tech.
Yeah, I heard that.
And they've got to have a place to live, right? Mm-hmm. And so there's not a lot of parking. There's not other things. If we can keep them within walking distance, I think that's great. And I think we're about to get one, where Cafe J's was, where they've tore that down. I'm surprised that hasn't started yet, but that's another project that's very similar to
yeah, we worked on that one too.
Yep.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because it is one of the. I mean, that kind of broke new ground, no pun intended, because other than maybe the old University Square, we don't have much walkable student housing. And when he said 44,000 yesterday, I remember this because we did a lot of presentations for that student housing thing, trying to get it passed. One of the statistics we found was that Tech was growing by 700 students a year. So if you take that 20, call it 20, 21, that's 3 times the average in 1 year.
Well, and most schools are declining in their attendance right now. I think they brought that up. They didn't really bring it up yesterday, but the facts are most universities are declining in attendance, and Tech is growing at a rapid rate. Yeah.
I want to talk about the chamber and the good work you've done over there. And you're still highly involved, but you're coming off being chairman. That was a big job at a big time.
Well, it wasn't what I expected when I got there, but it's working out great. The things that are happening over there. Nick Atwood, our new CEO, is doing an amazing job. He had I sat in that chair for a few weeks while we were in the transition, and I was like, man, this is a total disaster, but it is in a great place as we speak.
What did you see in Nick that convinced the board he was the right guy?
Well, the hiring committee, they had a lot to go through, a lot of people to look at. And, I mean, Nick just stood arm's length above everybody else. Yeah. He just, even though he's short, he stood way above everybody else. Yeah.
He wears those 6-inch tennis shoes.
He's got some tennis shoes with 6-inch soles on them. That's right.
I saw you giving him a hard time the other day. But we like Nick. We like Nick. We let him guest host around here.
Yeah, I heard that the other day.
Anyway, more with Robert Wood coming up after the break.
Wake Up Call with Benji Snead continues on 92.3 The Hub, the voice for freedom.
Good morning, Lubbock in West Texas. Welcome back to the program. I hate when our guests say something really funny right before we come back on, because now we're laughing and we can't tell people why.
No, we can't talk about that.
7:20 a.m. Here on the Wake Up Call. Benji Snead along with our producer Brennan Riker and Robert Wood, our guest this morning. Hey, thanks for rolling out of bed for it.
Absolutely, man. This is awesome.
Appreciate you being here. Before the break, we were talking about kind of this newly reimagined Chamber of Commerce that Nick Atwood. So has he been there, what, a year?
No, he started in October, so we're getting close.
Yeah, getting close to a 1-year anniversary. What impact he's made. What do you think about his Nick's notes? That's a pretty creative idea.
It's great. I know you're a part of that, and he's taken that, and you have too, to a different level. I mean, some of the things that, the bus with all three superintendents was great. All the things that we do with that Nick's notes is a lot of fun to watch and a lot of fun to think through and come up with some great ideas. And
there's good messages weaved into all of it, kind of an inspiring thing. But
I mean, the best one's when you throw them in the pool.
I love it. Yeah, we talked about that here on the radio the day after I was explaining. We had one shot at this thing. If you don't know what we're talking about, Robert and company before Parade of Homes were part of one of these weekly videos that Nick Atwood does at the Chamber, and it was about come out to the parade, support your local builders, etc. And somebody had the idea to push Nick in the pool after it was over, and he said, all right, let's try it once. And I said, hang on.
You can't try it once.
I said, we're not trying anything. I said, once you're thrown in the pool, you can't do a take two.
That's right.
So yeah, that was.
It'd take a long time to fix his hair like that again.
Yeah, let's since you're kind of the poster child for how to take advantage of everything the Chamber has to offer, and then you got in there and got involved with the board and all the way up to having to actually hire the next CEO. For those out there that may not even be members of the Chamber, talk about how to get the most out of that and why you should be one.
Well, I mean, obviously the Chamber does a lot for the Lubbock community
right.
and around. Even, I mean, it's kind of I would love to change the name to the Lubbock Area Chamber. Bring in, we know we're involved with some stuff in Wolford as well and other small communities around us. But, I mean, to be able to take advantage of it, you actually have to participate and show up.
Right.
And there's lots of events and lots of things. There's advocacy that we're working on. Today they're on a field trip going out to 34th and 179 to just check out the new water tower that's being built. That's their advocacy meeting today.
Right.
And so they have different one every month. You can be a part of those. I mean, there's somewhere there's fun, there's serious things. We've got a issues pack. We're about to have some issues come up, for Cooper School District that we're working on, and the Chamber will be a part of that. And it just does a lot. There's 1,400 members, and sad to say that there's probably 100 or 150 that actually take advantage of being a member. But man, the Chamber does a lot for the community. Yeah,
and they do a lot for local business, but that's hard to do if a local small business won't put one foot in front of the other,
right.
Sort of thing. Okay, great. Visiting with Robert Wood this morning here on the program, 806-771-0923 if you have a question or a comment. I can't believe I hadn't heard from Randy. Now the phone's going to ring. You watch. This morning he likes to call in, and he usually has pretty good questions for our guests. So what in terms of your business, you have Lubbock Land, guys. What are you guys working on right now? You're partners with Trey Strong.
So Trey Strong and I are the West Texas Land guys, and we have several subdivisions around town.
Did I say something different?
You did, but that's good. That's good. I won't repeat it. We've got several things, and then we also work with 806 Land Group, which is Jordan Wheatley and Chad Tarver on our stuff in Wolford. So we're all four partners in the stuff out there, and we've got stuff in Abilene, San Angelo. Abilene was a great surprise for us. We went down there to build houses for Abilene Christian, and just because there's not enough student housing, kind of like we talked about for here,
right.
And all of a sudden there's a data center pops up, and it's just a frenzy down there.
They got 4 of them now.
It's crazy.
It is.
The amount of people that are moving in there just to build them, and I'm sure when they're built, they all leave,
right?
Which will be interesting to watch. But be a bunch of houses sitting there empty probably. But in the meantime, we're going to try to house them and take advantage of it.
This story's kind of writing itself as we go, and I think I don't know how you feel about it, but I think Lubbock's been smart to kind of pump the brakes and make sure, we have a list of criteria. We're not going to do anything rash that's going to have long-term negative implications. But what's your overall feeling about them? And then we'll move on from data centers.
Yeah, no, I think you have the right point. I think they're good. I think we need, if somebody wants to build one around here and we can get the tax dollars and the revenue for our community, we need to do it. But I also think being smart about it is a good move.
You mentioned Wolforth a while ago. What is going on out there?
Well, it's a little crazy. When we first started out there with the overlook, which is just out there, kind of behind Evie Mays, we couldn't get water meters. Beaton Bow was out there at the harvest, and we were doing the overlook, and we had meetings at the city over and over, like we're out of water. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they made their deal with Lubbock to get water and help that situation out in a lot quicker way than others. And then, oddly enough, my daughter's the economic development coordinator out there.
We've had her on the program.
Yeah, they hired her out there, and she knew nothing about it. She came from being a teacher and has done a lot of learning, and the city's been very patient, and her board is unbelievable, the people she works with, and they're just killing it.
Well, she's I think, being just a Lubbock observer, she's in the right job at the right time.
For sure.
And I don't know what she's doing something right. Every time I open my phone, she's on there talking something about Wolforth. And
Wolforth is. So our office is on Alcove right there by the Friendship Bus Barn, and so the Friendship Bus Barn's in Wolforth, and we're in Lubbock.
Got it.
And so it's an extension of Lubbock, but Wolforth has grown its own without being called Lubbock.
Yeah,
which is crazy. It's good. It's
good. She kind of reminds me of you.
That's scary for her. Scary for her.
We talked a little bit about you. Well, she's quick, and she's listening when you don't think she's listening.
Oh, for sure.
And I said something about, are we gonna, because United went in there. Now we're doing this new downtown district, and they got plenty of water, and it's just everything hitting all at once. And I said, does it concern you that we might lose our small town community feel and appeal? Because now we got a United going in there. She said, no, it's the opposite. We've got our own grocery store now.
Yeah, that grocery store is a game changer for that side of Lubbock for sure.
Yeah, I want to talk about the home builders for a second. You've been involved for years and years, all the way up to the highest levels of the state with that organization. Something different about the West Texas home builders. That's just seems like they're a little more engaged. They do things just a little bit better than others. I know you've been a big part of that. Part of the reason I think is for the story I'm going to tell you. We had a home builder, I know you know him, that was out in New Mexico. Now he's expanding into Lubbock. Kevin Jewell.
Yeah, French Brothers Homes, huh?
Yeah. He
had breakfast with him yesterday.
Oh, wow. So this is my point. There could be some people that be viewed as competition coming in here. Oh no, we've got another home builder trying to move in on the market. You guys have never been like that. You embrace other home builders. That's by definition, Home Builders Association.
Right.
But he told a great story about you, about how you, in your own way, were able to welcome him to town. Do you think that's different than other home building associations across the country?
It's 100% different. Being involved at the state level, as you mentioned, we're unique. And my theory behind that is I can't build every house in Lubbock. And if you think you can build every house in Lubbock, or any community for that matter, you're thinking wrong.
Right.
I mean, even Beaton Bow or D.R. Horton or Lennar, they can't build every house.
Right.
And so embracing new people and competition and teaching them how to build competitively without ruining the market is kind of a lot of my reasoning.
Smart. Oh, wow. Yeah, I asked Kevin, well, it's one thing that surprised him since he started operating out of Lubbock. He said how helpful the other home builders are.
Yeah, for sure.
Benefits everybody. More with Robert Wood after the break. Happy Friday, everybody.
Wake Up Call with Benji Snead continues on 92.3 The Hub, the voice for freedom.
Good morning, Lubbock. Welcome back to the program. Welcome to the program if you're just joining us this morning. 7:37 a.m. Looking for another hot one today. 102 degrees for the high as the overlooking the sunrise here. Man, when you sit here every morning when it's dark and then get to see the sunrise out the window, it really is true. The most beautiful sunrises in Lubbock, especially coming over the Buddy Holly Center down there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
looks awesome.
Visiting with Robert Wood this morning, talking. There's nothing I probably couldn't throw out there in regards to Lubbock that you probably don't have your hand in. Not the least of which is the upcoming Hub City Barbecue. You got a team this year?
Absolutely. Hub City Barbecue is taking a different look. We're having an event at a Cook's,
Right.
with a like a banquet facility. We're going to have, I think it's 11 barbecue teams actually preparing the meal. We have our ambassadors are going to be serving, like 50 ambassadors.
Nice.
We got tech clubs helping us out a little bit with a lot of stuff on that, and then the next day we'll have our big cook-off.
So this thing started as an afternoon thing. It's grown to like a 2.5 day event. And last I checked, and if Nick's listening, I know sometimes he does. I think as of last week, they still had rooms for teams.
We have rooms for teams, and we have some tables available for the event the night before as well. I mean, you never, honestly, being at Cook's, we won't have a limit on teams. We'll take all the teams you want because it's open space. You can have all you want, right?
Good
Same
point.
thing with the Red Raider cook-off I was talking about that's going on this weekend. You can go sign up today and cook tomorrow in the competition. So it's we're looking for teams for sure, and then we also still have a few tables available for the night before, which is going to be a really cool night.
Yeah. A couple of things, and we've got a couple of segments left, but we'll do some rapid fire in the final segment. But one of the questions I like to ask, guys like you that have really just got in there and just grinded till you got, you're never going to be where you want to be, but people would say you're a highly successful local guy, didn't get there overnight. What advice would you give a young entrepreneur that wants to scratch it out like that?
Man, I tell you, just never give up. It's tough. Every day, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you're going to have some failure, a lot of it, and you just can't let that shake you. You got to keep going and roll and find good mentors and listen to people. And when people are talking to you, I know you're not going to love everything they're saying, but at least listen, because they might be saying something you need to hear.
Right.
You talked about Kevin Jewell a little while ago and had breakfast with him yesterday. I mean, he's just like, he doesn't know Lubbock, and he's asking questions, and I'm sure he doesn't like some of the answers I give him. But in reality is, he'll take that and use the parts he wants.
Yeah, and he's a smart guy, and smart people filter that stuff and use what they can.
That's exactly right.
Out of it. What's a day this time of year look like for you? You're going to leave here and go to the office.
Well, I'm going to leave here and go to another radio show for the Raider Rumble.
Well, we're glad we had you first.
Oh, yeah, first for sure.
There won't be any news left by the time you get over there.
Well, they're just going to talk about barbecue, and it'll be a lot of smack talking going on.
We like those guys.
But
over there.
a normal day for me is hit the office about 7:30 to 8, check on my emails, see who's coming to work, see who's not coming to work, get out, go check jobs. Normally there's some kind of committee meeting of some sort that I need to go to for something, communities and schools or chamber or home builders or whatever I'm doing right now.
So what is your role at the chamber right now? Is that a past president?
You're called a past chair, so you're the chair, and then you're the past chair, and then you roll off.
Past chair is still a pretty big job. Past chair.
It can be. Chris Chambers is the chair right now, and he's
Right.
doing a great job, so it's easy, but you never know, right, so if they're going to step up and do what they're supposed to do.
What? How does the chamber? I mean, Nick has done some innovative things, and he will tell you he didn't come up with this, but you guys did this really unique chamber drive earlier, first part of the year.
It was in November.
Was it? Yeah, okay, last year.
Membership drive, and that was already set before Nick got there.
Right. But how do you grow?
Well, you grow like that. I mean, that day we got, I think, 250 new members. The challenge is in November coming up is keeping those 250 members. So whether it's home builders or any association, when you get that many new people at one time, the challenge is retention.
Is there an attrition rate you're aware of?
We'll lose half of those.
Wow.
For sure. I
don't guess I realize that.
But you still gained in the big picture, you still gained 125. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
And if you keep more than that, well, it's a win.
Yeah. So people forget you have to re-up every year.
That's right.
And so, if you're not a member of the chamber, if you join the chamber, as I'll say it, make sure you take advantage of it. Get with people like Robert to find out how to best take advantage of everything.
Call Casey Dole instead. Casey's Mr. Chamber.
Oh, yeah, he'll get you going. He walks in. I just call him Casey Carpet One.
Yeah,
he's been on the program before. He's fun. Okay, we're going to talk about. I've got a whole long list of rapid fire. Only rule we have is that if you can't answer in one word, keep it to a sentence. You ready?
It's a weird rule. That's an odd rule. We'll go ahead. One word or a sentence.
Okay, Robert. There's 40 questions on here. That's why.
Okay. All right. I'm ready. Let's go.
Oh, excuse me.
Is there a time limit on this?
No time limit. Well,
Before the next commercial?
If we don't get to all of it in this break, we got one more segment.
Oh, good.
It's fun. Okay, how would your kids describe you?
Crazy.
How would your wife describe you?
Same.
Lubbock in one word.
Awesome.
Biggest strength of the city.
The people.
Biggest challenge.
I'm going to skip that one. Pass. We can go back.
You can pass, okay? Here's a trick question. What does Lubbock need less of?
What does Lubbock need less of? Dirt.
Oh, nice. I see what you did there. That's a left hand guy. Is Lubbock growing too fast, too slow, or just right?
I think we're growing just right.
Okay. What would you tell someone like a Kevin Jewell the biggest misconception is about Lubbock?
That you can't start a business here.
Mm-hmm. What keeps you optimistic about the city?
The involvement of the people.
Okay. What's one decision you'd make if you were mayor for a day and had carte blanche?
Let me buy all the land.
Okay. What's the biggest issue business leaders should be talking about?
The growth of downtown.
Okay. What's one thing developers and city leaders misunderstand about each other?
That we're all trying to grow the same direction.
Nice. What's your proudest contribution to Lubbock?
Man, that's a tough one.
Nick Atwood?
No. Currently, the involvement with communities and schools in Lace Up 806.
Okay, very good. We talked about that. What leadership lesson did you have to learn the hard way?
To let the leaders lead.
Nice. Okay. Best advice you've ever received?
Kind of like we talked about a minute ago. Listen to your mentors.
There you go. Worst advice?
That you can do everything.
What's one mistake that made you better?
Going bankrupt.
Oh, wow. Okay. What separates a good leader from a great one? And then we'll finish on the other side. I think you answered it. Listening?
Listening, I think, yeah.
Yeah, you answered that. More with Robert Wood after the break. Happy Friday, everybody. Thanks for being here, Robert. We'll be back.
Wake Up Call with Benji Snead continues on 92.3 The Hub, the voice for freedom.
Welcome back to the program. You're listening to the Wake Up Call. Wake up, everybody. 10 minutes till 8 a.m. as we get set to enter our final hour. We're on every day, by the way, in case you didn't know, 6 to 9 a.m. You could download the app and listen to it live if you don't carry a radio around with you everywhere you go. And then there's an archive of all of our past shows. So it's Banner Day here in the Wake Up Call studio.
Banner Day.
Banner Day. If you look at that board behind you, and our listeners are just going to have to envision it. So we had Charles Perry on yesterday, or day before. He's the 99th guest. You are the 100th guest. Congratulations.
Well, that's amazing. Congratulations to you that you have found 100 people that want to talk to you.
No kidding. It's just a box to check at this point. But no, yeah. 100, so you win a T-shirt.
Oh man, I can't wait.
We give everybody a T-shirt, but maybe we'll give you a special T-shirt.
Yeah, for sure. I was going to say one. You're going to sign it.
I thought you were going to pull a Dusty Womble on me when I said you're the 100th guest, and it sounds just like Dusty. 100, well done. That's what he said to Barry Orr when they hit $1 billion in assets. Well done.
Well done.
All right, continuing here with the rapid fire, talking to Robert Wood this morning. Wow, I didn't expect for you to be so real in that last one.
Well, you get sometimes you never know what a guy's going to say. You just got to be careful.
Hey, we'll roll with it. We talked about best advice. Can you name a risk that you took where it was clear it paid off?
Sitting in Gators with your old boss, Barry Orr.
Yeah. Okay. And what was going on?
Just sitting there, just visiting, and the bank that he owned, First Bank and Trust, had a piece of dirt that was in foreclosure.
Yeah.
I'd been there for a while, and we made a deal on a napkin and put ourselves in business. And Trey Strong and I became partners that day in 2012, and neither one of us could come up with $25,000 a piece to get it done.
Wow.
So it was a pretty big risk for us.
Think it's going to work out?
It's working out.
Yeah, Trey. You and Trey compliment each other. He's been on. He's doing a good job out there at Cooper.
He is.
Being elected to school board out there. Who influenced your leadership style the most?
George McMahon.
Very good. What's something you wish you'd known at 30?
To go to college.
What keeps you motivated after decades in the home building business?
My expensive lifestyle. I mean, you got to be motivated to go to work if you're going to live like that.
I love this transparent.
Well, I mean, I tell people all the time, say, well, you ever going to retire? I said, man, I can't afford to retire. My lifestyle won't allow me to.
All right, time out, Brennan. You got to write that down. It's going in we have a quote book around here. It's going in the quote book. What keeps you motivated? My expensive lifestyle.
For sure.
So what does success look like for you these days?
I mean, I think success is just having the people around you and your family and everybody's getting along and life is great. But financially, that's a whole different story.
Yeah, got it. Fair enough. What's your favorite Lubbock tradition?
Texas Tech.
Okay. Best kept secret in Lubbock?
That's a tough one. Shotgun Sue's.
Okay. I like it. That was quick. Texas Tech football or basketball?
Oh, Debbie McGuire ain't gonna like that.
Come on now.
I'm gonna go with man. Depending on the time of the year. Right now it's football.
Okay.
Come about first of the year, it's gonna be basketball.
You navigated that very well.
I mean, right now, we're sitting here with a guy in the room that's a big sports guy, and I mean, if you think about it, man, there's never a better time to love both.
Wow.
I mean, we're going to have a picture of Joey and Grant in my phone, both holding a goat.
Nice.
And when we win 2 natties, you're going to go to some auction somewhere, and there's going to be a picture. It's going to be called the Goats.
I love it. I didn't know you were going to be so torn on that, but you got through that one. Seasonal. That's the answer?
Seasonal.
Okay. West Texas sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
You morning guy or night owl?
Both.
Big vision or small wins?
Big vision. Big picture. One step at a time.
Gut instincts or data?
Gut.
What's one thing you'd tell the next generation of leaders?
Think through all of it.
Wow, okay. Where do you see Lubbock in 10 years?
Man, it's going to be unbelievable. It's growing so fast.
Yeah, it is. What would make you say Lubbock got this one right?
Man, that's a lot. I'm going to have to pass on
The
that.
look on your face.
That's a tough one.
Okay. What do you want people to say about you in 20, 30 years?
That I cared.
Well, okay. All right, finish this sentence. Lubbock is...
The best place to live.
Nice. Here's your last rapid fire. What question should I have asked you?
Oh, that's... you should ask me who influenced me the most in my life from start to finish, and that would be a high school teacher named Frank Anderson. We used to call him Big A.
Oh, yeah?
He taught me in 1977 was his very first year to teach, and he's still teaching today.
Oh, wow.
At the Byron Martin Center.
Okay.
He was my woodshop teacher, but I've been living on my own since I was 15, and he kind of finished raising me.
Wow. Guy, aren't we lucky to have people like that at the right time in our life?
Yeah, so when you brought up earlier about the home builders and being president of the Home Builder Association, and so the 1 year a guy named Tim Jackson graduated a year behind me, lives in Fairview now. He taught him, So we took Frank to Austin for him to get installed, and 2 years later I got installed. And so I would venture to say that no other educator in the state has, as far as our industry, has had the luxury of that and been so influential to so many kids.
Yeah, I think every young man needs somebody in their life at the right time. Sometimes that's 15, sometimes it's 22. Needs someone that they can look to as a positive example in their life that cares about them that they're not related to.
That's exactly right.
And
I think that can be even at 60 years old. That's always around, you know. There's some people in my life right now that, man, when things are tough, I can call them up and they can kind of level me back out.
Well, I was going through some of this last night, and I had a thought. One of the questions I usually just ask everybody is, what do you do for fun? But I thought, wait a minute, this is Robert. Everything he does is fun.
That's right. That's right. Our biggest Candy and I is, you know, we just love to travel, and you know, we just moved to the middle of town, and people, why do you do that? Well, I mean, our biggest hobby is Texas Tech sports, right? So, well, Saturday or Sunday, I think the band was practicing over there, and you know, we're in our yard and we could hear them, and it's the first time ever in my life that I lived close enough to the school that I could hear that, and
oh wow,
it's pretty cool.
Awesome.
That's our hobby.
What's y'all's favorite place you've ever visited abroad? Well, it could be in America, outside of Lubbock.
I would say that in the United States, there's a lot of spots, but Costa Rica is probably my favorite place to go. The people are friendly. Just, you know, there's so much to do, and it's beautiful. And you can go to the volcanoes. You can live in the rainforest. You can go to the ocean. There's so many things in Costa Rica you can get to different spots. So.
I got to ask you this one. What's on Robert Wood's bucket list? What have you not done?
I want to see the basketball team win a natty. That's on my bucket list.
Okay.
And we had it. We were only a shot away one time.
Such a selfless answer. You're a part of the team. Thanks for being here today. Robert Wood, everybody. We hope you'll come back and give us updates as you go through the different sectors of how you influence Lubbock in a positive way. Thanks for everything you do. We'll be back on the other side on 92.3 The Hub.